Hello, welcome, gorgeous beings of light. This is Elmara, coming to you from one of my favourite spots on the south coast of New South Wales, down at the rock pools in Narrawali. And this is the first chance I've got to be here all year, so it's just nice to be here. We've had some terrible fires, as I'm sure you're all aware. But what a start to the new year, eh? What a start to the new decade. So let's just take a big breath in. Bring our awareness right into the core of our beings, connecting to the earth, the sun, and your own divine I Am presence. Awakening your higher heart chakra and connecting up into the fifth dimension. My apologies for taking so long to get to, but I seriously have not had a chance to get down here. I did try to get some messages to the Facebook page that said that the fifth dimension activations were still going ahead. I just hadn't had time to be online, and I should be able to unpack some of my car and get my computer out today. I'd just been evacuated 3 times, and in the end it was just easier to leave the car packed than to until the fires looked like that at least passed. And we're certainly not out of the woods now, but it's looking better than it has in the past 10 days. So just to say a prayer for all of those people who've been misplaced by the fires. And I'm trusting that you're understanding at a much higher level, at a much bigger and higher level, something truly magnificent is going on here, and there really is a rebirth and a regrowth and a renewal taking place, and it's especially happening in Australia. So I also want to point out that we've had some extraordinary miracles. Some of you will know about it because I text. We were evacuated about a week ago, and the southerly buster had come in and had cooled down. I said, I'm going home, but got to about 500 metres from home, was driven back by this huge wall of dust and wind and heat and fire. And I kind of realised then, and the wind was not going southerly, it was coming in from the west, and I just knew that we were in trouble. And I sent out 40 text messages asking people to send love to the home that I was in, but also to say prayers for the whole of Milton and Ulladulla. And it's just extraordinary that within about 3 to 4 minutes after I sent the last text message, the wind just stopped. It just stopped. It was coming in 100 mile an hour. It wasn't 100 mile an hour. It was actually 80 to 90 kilometres an hour. And that just shows you the prayer of people power. And I think that's another reason that all of this is happening. People are uniting, caring, opening their homes up to people that don't have them. And there's quite an extraordinary. You could see it even with the people, the famous people that are donating millions of dollars and coming together as one, as we should do. You know, you don't get given millions of dollars to have 50 different nice cars. You get given millions of dollars to assist in ways that help one another. It should be going on not just in the fire season, but in all areas of life. So I'm as a spiritual teacher who's worked a whole life for the betterment of humanity, on another level outside the fires, there is some extraordinary, wonderful coming together of people. One earth, one people, one love. That's what we should be working towards. One earth, one people, one love. Anyway, you gorgeous beings of light, I just wanted to let you know that I have been every day sending you a 10-minute fifth dimension activation. I changed it from a pure source activation, so it still comes with pure source energy, to a specific fifth dimension because fifth dimension activation and download or transmission, because I was shown very clearly that the fifth dimension is in place. So you have like this third dimension, and the fifth dimensional world is already in place. And so the only way that we can get to that fifth dimensional, it's a vibrational essence, it's a vibrational world, is to have your frequency running higher. And what's been really interesting is that the only way I could stay there was to be able to meditate for hours and hours and end on each day, because there is just such a massive negativity caused by the media, darling beings of light they are. And sometimes they just really ham it up, and then they just put the fear in people. And so I've been transmuting negative energy for hours on end, just otherwise I'm sure, this little town that I'm staying in that was cut off by both ends of the freeway, from the highway, sorry, both sides of the highway, both sides of the town were cut off. And so the only place we had to go was into the ocean, but I'm sure we would have had much more damage here had we not been able to transmute some of that energy that's there. So anyway, I want to remind you that you're infinitely powerful. I want you to remind you that the fifth dimension, which is a universe of love and peace and an abundance and joy for everyone, is in place. The energetic universe is in place already. And now in this coming year or two, it will be what choice that you make, whether you're going to live in the fifth dimension despite all outward appearances, or whether you're going to get stuck in the old 3D fear, anxiety, stress, worry, all the rest of it. So I just wanted to let you know that we're still sending through your fifth dimension activations of 10 minutes each day. If you want it, you just call them in simply by going, I'd like to call in my fifth dimension activation or download from or transmission from Elmara, and then just sit quietly and breathe the energy into your heart or into any part of your life. Exactly the same. I'm not going to do a long video about that. You're not sure, just go back to the beginning of December. We did a video on how to call in the pure source activations. So it's exactly the same, except you're asking for your fifth dimension activation and call that into your being. And that's it. That's it. Just sit for 10 minutes. There's people that were on board. If you just let me send them to them, yep, you might have a little bit. But I can tell you the people I've spoken to that did call it in, I've had some wonderful, peaceful times, especially in this tumultuous time of fires and Christmas and God knows what else. So it's up to you. We can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, is a favourite saying that Spirit always says to me. So my recommendation is to give yourself just 10 minutes. We used to do this for 22, just 10 minutes. There's, 1,440 minutes in a day. We just ask you to take 10 of those to give it to yourself. So, and that will help you immensely if you could just connect to your own being and set that as a path. And it is best to do it at the start of your day, not at the end of your day, because you're just going to sleep. If you do it at the start of your day, you have this opportunity to let that energy flow into your life. Alrighty. So I'm now going to do a separate fifth dimension divine download and activation and transmission. I'll do it in a separate video, but I might do that at home because it's starting to get a bit warm now, and I've got this lovely little being. I'll see if I can spin around and show you in the car with me that I'm taking care of. Look at this little thing. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? This is Chloe. Beautiful, beautiful Chloe. I'll just show you. This is a fairly clear day, but we still have, oh, that's my angel hanging up on my mirror, still have fairly smoky conditions, but it's the best day we've had in about 2 weeks. We had a good day yesterday. So anyway, lots and lots of love to you all. I hope you're calling in your transmissions, and hope you're having a fabulous start to 2020. This is going to be a huge decade. This is going to be a huge decade where you find out what you're made of, basically. So, which is all the good stuff. Not the stuff you've been told, but you're an infinite, eternal, rich, abundant, gorgeous, gorgeous, sexy, radiant, beautiful, powerful, beyond measure being of light. And that's what this is all about. This is where it's time to step into that eternal source power that has always existed within you. Already love, love, love. My deepest love and richest blessings to you all. Namaste and bye for now.